literally the variable of success in the business that you're running is content creation that makes sense of the moment. The stakes are so uncomfortably high because of two things. One, the platforms that have the attention are changing right now, and every time they change, crazy shit happens. Leaders lose market share and hungry emergers take market share. In a breakfast meeting with 4 key members of my content team, we took Instagram from the #1 priority spot to the #5 priority spot. If you are not producing 10, 15, 20 pieces of internet content for Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, all these platforms a day, you are vulnerable. The biggest reason people don't win and have stopped, the people in here who have stopped doing a lot of content because they don't see the ROI, is only because they didn't put themselves in a position to succeed. For the last 15 years, I've built my entire career on underpriced attention. Whatever the attention of the world was on that most people didn't understand that the world was on it yet is where I produced the most content and went the hardest. What you have to pay attention to is where are people actually consuming, and don't make up excuses like, well, Gary, my customers aren't on TikTok, because that's what you all did 24 months ago, and now all your customers are on TikTok. So what we need to talk about is underpriced attention. Why was I doing email in 1997 for my dad's wine shop? Because I had 93% open rates. That's a long time ago. That newsletter now gets 18% open rates. Why was I doing Facebook fan pages like Ham in 2012 and 13, and then Instagram, and then this? So it's always moving. Let me give you straight from the horse's mouth where the underpriced attention sits right now. #1, this is wild, Facebook fan pages. Let me throw a bomb at you. For 3 years, I didn't even think about Facebook. Between big corporations that VaynerMedia works with canceling Facebook because of the politics and the Trump stuff and the Democrat stuff and all the politics, you have big companies like, I don't know if this is exactly true, but companies like BMW and Coca-Cola and all these that used to pour 50 million in have gone to 0. iOS 14.5 up people that really know how to do math. So that took away another good $1 trillion of DTC brands that you would go to their website, you wouldn't fill out the shopping cart, you didn't buy the sneakers, you saw the sneaker ad 800 times until you just gave up and bought the sneakers because you didn't want to see the ad anymore. So that money's gone. All of this, I love when everyone's like, Gary, the algorithm me. The algorithm did not you, Sarah. You're just not interesting as you were 6 months ago, or aren't changing, or your audience is changing, or somebody else took. The algorithm is unemotional and just wants money and just wants attention. Nobody's shadow banned here. You just suck now. What happens is it's all supply and demand. How many people post organically? How many people run ads? How many people are on the other side consuming? Facebook, as I'm sure we all know, is not in the consuming place it was in 2015 because Instagram and TikTok and other things have taken away. What just happened though is the stuff that's coming in on the supply has gone down so much on the ad side that the organic Facebook fan page content is exploding. I couldn't give a bigger piece of advice than telling all of you to get very serious about Facebook fan pages. And for this industry, the age demo that's on there, it's really important. I would get your Facebook fan page game up, #1. #2, YouTube Shorts. Huge opportunity. YouTube Shorts is TikTok, except it's YouTube, which means it's searchable. YouTube, if you don't know, is the second biggest search engine in the world. Google is #1, YouTube is #2. So if you make YouTube Shorts that are titled very smartly, that are localized to your business, or you could do some real damage, because unlike a YouTube video that if everybody here posted for the first time would get 7 views, like TikTok, your first YouTube short might get 100,000 views. I know for a lot of you, YouTube is gonna work even better because of the search component that is not the same dynamic that happens in TikTok. So the fact that I would spend my time on Facebook fan page first, YouTube short second, TikTok third, is a profound shift in a room full of people that have Instagram first. And I know that people are feeling their Instagram numbers stalling and declining because it's macro. It's declining because the supply and demand curve is off. In very simplest terms, the #1 thing I know that will work for this audience is having a foundation of 2 core things. Always following the underpriced attention, not the mature attention. And when I tell you everybody focuses on the mature attention, because it's easy, it's what you're stuck in, Instagram. That, along with what are we gonna do about a sustained content model? I think it's an interview show. In an industry that does their business locally, standing up an interview show that interviews people locally and then chopping that up will work. If you interview the principal of the high school and do the right titling on a YouTube short, do you know how many people decide where they want to buy a home based on the education framework? Enough, a lot. Enough that if they watch the interview of the principal that they're trying to decide if they're gonna go into this town is being interviewed by you and you happen to be selling homes, that's called business. We are within the half decade of people watching TikTok on television 24 hours a day. Social networks have won the next decade. Brand and business is built in social. It's the answer to the quiz. You cannot leave Las Vegas and not produce a lot of content.